Welcome to the Grand Design Series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 17th of March 1974, which is about 3-4 months on from the end of the last part. And in that part, we were focusing very much on some of our winter maintenance tasks. And what I did is I just played on a little bit, did a little bit more work managing our rail lines up here. And you can see now that we are very close to completing the actual nuclear power station. We've actually completed our two cooling towers. And the reason I'm kind of pushing forward a little bit now is the fact that we have got a workforce in here providing fire coverage, which means that I've got a little bit more confident about ensuring that none of this lot burns down. But we're not going to be able to get the nuclear power station fired up completely until we've got our rail connections in, but we are getting very close. Let's just speed the game up. You'll see that speed the game up, please. You'll see that we are just beginning to finish this, but of course we've got to electrify these lines as well, which is going to take a little while. Now, what I want to do in this part is a mixture of things. I need to finish off the utilities for our northern town. I've got an idea of an issue which I will be talking about a little bit later on. But the first thing I need to do is take a look over here, because I've realized that I've made a little bit of a mistake in this area, in the sense that I haven't really finished this area off. And the reason for that is that if I show you here, I've got waste management here. But at the moment, the waste isn't a problem because the only building that's consuming coal is this. But once we start driving coal into our new steel area, this area is going to get a lot more busier, and that means I'm going to have to work on the waste management. So what I want to do is start doing this here. I'm going to put a large waste dump here, and we'll just hook it up with a mud road. That should cover this area here. Yeah, that will cover this processing plant. I've got two processing plants here, but actually we've got a fire station here. Has this got? I'm just wondering whether I can cover this area here with. No, I think we're going to put these in. I quite like these trash collectors. And then what I'm going to do, I want to cover this area. I think if we put a view there, possibly bring out a footpath there, then we could put one of these, which will cover this area here, like that. So this one's already got its trash collection. This should do with some. You can pick up some biological waste. About the other one over here, vulnerable waste. Oh, we've got this fire station here. What I'm looking to do is try and so that we can only operate with the big trucks in this area. I don't want to kind of start using the small trucks, so I'm quite happy to go a little bit over the top with these. Okay, just tuck you in there. And of course what we're going to need to do is get these built. Where are you? Here you are, guys. So there's no rush to build these. Simply the fact because the pressure won't come on this area until we start building up our steel area over there. What I will need is somebody to actually finish off the work when looks like we're repairing the oil refinery again. That can have consequences. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Put those in there. Now the next thing I want to do is we're gonna have to, let's just see what the terrain here is like. If we're going to start picking up construction waste from here, we need a way to get rid of it. I could put a connector there, but my instinct is to put maybe use it here. So what we're going to do is put in a we want a floor dump with railway. If I curve you round like that, this is more insurance rather than a dire need, but I'd rather have this in place than and not want to need it. Oh great, okay, that's not going to work. We're going to have to go down onto the flatter area here, which means we're going to have to curve a road up to get to the waste dump. Maybe if I put you down about there, that kind of went in a little bit better. And then what we'll have to do, this is a footpath there, but I think we can get in there. But the road crew, I don't know why I've got the game on pause. I think that's habit more than anything else. And then we'll probably need to put power here as well for it to work, but we can worry about that sometime in the future. I think if we come off here like that, run down on a bit of a curve like that, then run you around in there. The most important thing I want to do is actually build the rail line first. I think if we maybe we come not connected and we're come there. Okay, train waiting too long, and we're just accept that. And of course we're where's the train? Yeah, you're probably waiting. Okay, I think he's probably self-blocking. Oh no, there's a train up there. Where do you want to go to? Yeah, they're just self-blocking each other at the moment. Okay, he's just started moving. You're moving there, you're waiting there. I doubt very much if I can put a chain signal there. Let's just speed you up a bit. Now they'll probably block each other, so and you creep up to there, but I don't think they're going to get any further than well, that's actually finished, so we could probably put in, how about that? I think that will work. Oh, now I'm kind of messing around. It gets them a bit closer. What I will need to do is start electrifying these areas, but I want to get all this built in first, so that we can make sure that it's all working. As you can see here, the two cooling towers are now finished. The actual nuclear power plant is still going. It needs 63 tons of steel. And of course what we've got now is our fire station here, but of course there's no waste management up here at the moment, but that's not, you know, oh, there's a little bit of waste management here, but and hopefully what we'll be able to do is get this all electrified in, and then we can start getting some workers here. Oh, look at that. Never really looked down in the bottom of here. There's all the cooling runnels in the bottom of the cooling tower. Yeah, so we've still got a little bit more work to do in that area. Now, just to give you another update before we start to move on, and that is over here, this area is coming together quite nicely. We are working on this area here. So, and it looks like, oh no, you're not finished yet. So let's see where the road comes out. Yeah, so we are slowly bringing this area together. Now what are the things we need to work on? Now, what I want to do now is get to the main subject that I do need to talk about quite urgently. That is the fact that if I bring the map up quite large, and this is a problem that you will run into with as your economy grows, and this is actually the title of the video, which is to export or not. The reason being is that we still need to make quite a lot of money, although we've got 787 million, but that could disappear very quickly with an economy of the size of what we got now. But the problem is that as your economy grows, your options for export become more and more limited. And of course, with this map, the only real major export position we've got is down in the bottom right hand corner of the map. Now we can't use the other two connectors because they're already overloaded. So that means if we need to export to Soviet countries, we've got to start looking for other options. And that comes down to basically using aircraft or ships. And of course, aircraft are very limited in their capacity. They're great for small amounts of commodities such as, say, electronics, electro components. But if you're going to ship quite large amounts of materials, it basically, as it's all in the word ship, we've got to get some start thinking about ships. There is one other connection right up in the top right hand corner here, but I can't see me ever really bringing it in. I mean, it is a medium connector, but the problem's going to be is how do we get down into this area? So that kind of connector is a little bit out, kind of bit beyond the scope of where we got to get to. I didn't realise there was actually a cathedral there. Forgotten all about that. And again, it's a long time since I've looked at the map in detail. So what I want to do is get back to over here, because what we've got here is a nice big flat area, or flattish area. We're going to have to do a bit of leveling. So what I'm thinking is this could be the center for some major industry. It could be electronics, it could be vehicle production. So what I want to do is plan a little bit of a port here, because then we can export in that direction. So now I'm only going to do the very basics in this part because I just want to get a feel for what we're actually going to be doing. And I think sometimes this is what's necessary. We don't need a passenger harbour. We do need a ship dock to start with, because we've got to buy the ships. And of course we've got to work on everything going green, because I think we're way outside of the range of a construction office. We've got a ship dock there. Now we've got to think a little bit about what we actually want to export or possibly import as well, because there is a potential need for oil. And of course, at the moment we're importing oil from the customs shed in the bottom right hand corner, but then we could make a case for possibly for importing some oil. So we're going to put that there. Now the next thing we got to do is think about how we're going to repair these buildings, because ship repair can be a little bit of a pain in the neck, to be honest. I think we're going to put you there. Now, one thing I do know is that you may need to force repairs by using the actual ship dock. So what you need to do is have that within range of a repair office. So we're going to just drop you in there. And then I'm kind of thinking maybe a pumping harbour as well. Now, of course, it goes without saying that we're not going to be building these in the short term. Yeah, I think we will put a pumping harbour there as well. This is more of putting down a marker. So what we got now is a medium dock there, and got a ability to import export the various components that we're going to need. Let me just check here. Cargo shed medium. It's always, yeah. So that allows us to import export stuff. Now the next thing we've got to consider is that we're going to need to be able to build that. So what we are going to need is a road connection here. So we're going to shove a road connection there, and of course we're going to need a road here. Luckily we've got this the right way round, so we're going to put a road connection there. This will allow us to get the construction office out here to do any other bits and pieces. Just let the game run. Now this road is really for construction access. We're not going to do much else beyond that, because what we're going to need to do is use rail to get into this area. Now the next thing I want to do is, we've got this rail line through here, but it's kind of got lots of little junctions on it and it's a bit overcrowded. So what I want to do, and of course if you're following the series you'll be aware that I built this food factory out here. So the next thing I want to do is, actually I'm kind of thinking I want to keep my options open at the moment. So if I bring this all back, trim you back there, and what we're going to do is on a curve off there. Thank you, game. Now I don't want to run the rail line smack through the middle of there, so we're going to curve the rail. Whoops, we're going to curve the rail line down that way, and then kind of run you along this. But I don't want to be too close to the coastline, because if we build a city out here, we're going to may have to run a sewage drain. And what I'm doing is, if we run through with the contours here. Oh wow, we've gone up over that. Now where we're aiming for is, if we do this end, I kind of messed up a little bit here. Let's just remove this signal here. Yeah, I've messed up. Ideally I would like to have put it there, but then again we've got mounds of hills there. So if we run you off there, just run you in that direction. Now we do know that we're going to want to come in from this direction, so we're going to start with a fairly gentle, and the trains coming through here could be quite long. So what we will do is just kind of run you up there, run you through like that, run you up about that far, and then you can come into there. Now the next thing is, we got a road here. Oh, we got a possible opportunity here. I come here. Cool, we can get you across like that. Oh, great. If I can get a bridge over here. Right. make sure we can get the track off that side. It's kind of dropping down a little bit, but that's okay. Whoops, going the wrong way. And then you can run through there and hook up with that. So that gives us the connection to there. And track's over there, but that's okay. We can always rework this track round this side if necessary. I gotta stay on the high ground for the moment, like that. That's a bit odd. Okay, maybe we'll come down off the high ground. That wasn't connected anyway, so that would have been a mistake. I'm going to come down off of here and kind of run you round like that. Now we do have a town up over there, so we will need to take a rail connection off to go up that way. So you're the inside curve and you can hook to there. I think we got through this terrain pretty well, actually. Right, I'm just going to accept that, and then we will. Again, we need to remove all these just to make sure that all the connections are done. Now, this connection is going to be well down the priority list, but I just wanted to put it in so that it would possibly fit with our port. Again, I'm not going to actually plan that port yet because I've got to make up my mind what I'm going to put here. Plus, we will probably need to get something out to do a little bit of leveling as well. Right, we'll just get rid of you and you. Get rid of these nodes. That's the bridge connection. What I will probably do is that we'll be using this line before we actually start to do it. So what I am going to do here is put a crossover just there like that, and then we'll probably break the track about there. Leave those signals in, and what that will mean is that we will build this bit as far as here, and I think I've got a crossover here. So if we look at the signals here, yep. So what that will mean is that we will have this section here that once I, whoops, sorry about that. So what that will mean is that once I've built out to here, which we will do, that means that we can then kind of build this at our leisure as we go forward. So that is the second thing I want to look at. Say we've got so much to build. Actually, talk about building. I'm just going to check my trains before we go up north. So just going to come down here, see what these trains are actually working on, because I need these guys working on, you know, maximum capacity. All right, we've got them working on that, and there we need this back curve made. We need this built out to here. We're not really working on this area now, although this area's I think we'll put that on there because some reason that's not finished, so that's going to be the backup job. And then what we will do is see what these guys are doing. Okay, you've got Q as well, so Yeah, you're working into here with respect to that. Right, we've now got, actually, I just noticed, this is now finished. So what I want to do is check for the electrification. Press shift. We've got to, probably going to need to electrify this. That needs to be electrified. Has this been electrified? Right, that's been electrified all the way to there. Just going to queue up. Because to a certain degree, got lost on the map again. Sorry about this. To a certain degree, we need this to be made. The tunnel's already electrified, so we need to cut out to here and get all this actually set up, ready to go. So we've finally got that all that done. Now we're going to scoot up to the area that I've kind of been neglecting, but I do really need to start getting it in. We've now got power as far as here. You've got no power, but I'm kind of resisting. We need this built. Maintenance 1. You're building that, so you're working that area there. Now in the last part we planned our heating, and I think we've done the waste management. The only thing we haven't got in here now is water. So what we are going to do is put in a water supply. My instinct is to put the water management over here, because I might want to expand the town in that way. So what we're going to do is, now this town isn't going to get that big, but at the same time I want my options. I think we will, we'll put the water management about there. Actually we could probably just push it back this way a little bit, and then put a road connection in there. It's only height over here. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Not really. I must admit, I am really getting converted to using this tower, because I think that extra little bit of water pressure makes a difference. Although, yeah, because see, the problem with this thing is it's only got 2 outputs. By putting the tower in, it gives us an extra, gives us 3 outputs from the tower plus an extra one from the actual treatment plant. Although technically we would need to put in two connections to the tower, but I'm going to put that connection in there. Now we are going to need a water well. This water well matches very much the area there. 93%, 94%. I think if we put you out about there, and then we can just do this with a gravel road connection to there. And of course this one will need a pump, a big water pump. Just tuck you that way, and we'll just drop you in about there. Go underground again, put you on that side, and you to there. So we've now got that area there, and of course what we're going to need to do is put the water coverage in. Water substation. Kind of part of me says put that in, but well, what we can do, it's going to be a little bit tricky, is if I I put a water switch there. Got a traffic jam. Sorry. Oh no, it's a meat truck. Let me just check. Oh yeah, so on repair. I will be taking a look at repairs in after I've done the water in this area, because it's an area where I've kind of been a little bit neglectful, which I do need to check. Actually, if we go from the center to there, right, that gives me the option to run water out there, because we may want to expand the actual kind of rain fading quite steadily. Yeah, it will give me the because it will give me the I want to see how far the pollution goes. That's it. Brain finally switched on. We are going to put you. We'll put you about there. That gives you the water coverage through most of that side of the town. Yeah, you covered that bit. If I put this one right smack bang in the center of town, that should give me, yeah, if I put it in about there. Oops, no, cancel. We're gonna go. That's not been built. Oh, great, thank you, game. Okay, I need to get that built. And push the priority up on that one. Yeah, I didn't want to split that, because if you split it down into a smaller subsection, it makes it a bit more difficult to actually do the what we call it, to actually build it, especially when you've got a place like this where the if we do that, that would be enough for the initial supply, and then what we can do is develop the supply outwards from that. So we've now got the water flowy type stuff in here. We'll probably do with some extra capacity. What are you building? You're working. That's all there. Working on that. Working on that. Working on that. We need these 2 roads built. Let the game run. Yeah, we still got quite a lot to build out here, but that's okay. We can develop this over time. We've now got this coming out to a connector there, and we've got our cement works pick up here. Frame waiting too long. I can always guarantee where it is. Yes, it is up here. Oh, this train's coming back now, so which track you're working on the same out here, because we need this connected so that we can bring in the fuel, and we're nearly there. And they've got nearly 96%. Let's see what my helicopter crews are working on. You're working on just on that. We've got that built. We just see here we need the warehouse. We've got we've got a new type of vehicle built. Trying to think what we do need is that built, and is anything? Yeah, we need the waste processing. We need the water processing as well. Because okay, that could be a bit. We will need the water connection to the Where's that going then? What is that then? Is that? Let me just look at this. That doesn't make sense. And we got that connection there. Let me just. Is that? Oh, there's a water connection there, and a water connection there. What is the connect? It's only 13 cubic meters, and that's got a connection. So I don't really feel that we need two connections there. I've got a feeling that this is not actually connected on a footpath either. Anything else that's not strictly connected? Probably this one as well. Oh, that's connected. Okay, so I don't think we need two water supplies. We can always build one as we go along if necessary. Yeah, I think that is going to be enough there. Right, so what I want to do now is, before we do anything else and I forget, is that I need to do some maintenance checks now. Oh yeah, one top tip here is come here. One important thing to do, because I actually scrapped a helicopter and I forgot to put it to send to scrapyard, so I actually lost the resources from the helicopter, and that cost me a lot of money. So what you need to do is make sure that with these subcategories that you do, once you've got, like when we get ships, we're going to, although scrapping ships could be fun, but if I come down to here, just to show you history of the lessons, and it's actually still at the top because it happened during the winter, and you can see here I scrapped an MI6 and it cost me 9 million rubles. That is both the cost of the fact that the helicopter wasn't scrapped, plus the cost of the helicopter itself. Because if I come over to here, where's my little pad here? If I show you here, the actual MI6 is only 5 million. So it cost me 4 million rubles because I failed to actually say I want my helicopter scrapped. And of course we lost quite important resources there in the sense of aluminium and all that. But what I will show you is that despite all, there's no real rush here now with respect to our scrapping, because we've kind of gone into a phase, I think, where we've got stuff there. It's probably, yeah, we've got another repair vehicle here. Anyway, so what I'm going to show you now is we're going to do wear and tear. I need to do, it's always pays to do it for the entire map. And what you see here is it means I've got no building maintenance problems, which is really good. And the worst maintenance I got is 47%. Now, if we come to vehicles, this is where we can get a bit of fun, because what we've got here is we've got some aging vehicles here. This has a covered hull, which is in this building here. And I think what is time now is for this to be scrapped, I think. And we get a replacement for this one, simply because it's, well, rubbish. And this is something that you will need to do, especially when you do an early start. If you don't do an early start, it's not quite so important. Oh, we got a new vehicle there. But when you've got doing an early start, what you do need to do is get rid of some of the older vehicles, because they hang around and they're a bit slow. So I'm just going to get rid of you. And then, and of course, this is also part of the process of get back to wear and tear. Vehicle, entire map. We got, and I've got a, wow. I think it's time you were gone. Although you've got 1.3 tons of meat here. I think there's one way that we can do this, but what we would need to do first is, I don't have any ice trucks. Let me just see if this will work. I've never done this before. Refrigerator trucks. What we use it replacing with refrigeration with ZIL 130. So if I come there, where's the depot? Or a refrigeration truck, and I want the ZIL 130. Just let the game run. Let him come here. He will come in here, and then he'll go off to the gas station. Another area thing I want to get rid of is this eventually, because this ground crew isn't really all that helpful anymore. Anyway, I'm just going to wait for this. What we should be able to do is tell it to replace. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong one. Oh no, he's gone. And what he should do is, because when you do use that replace option, you've got to have a vehicle to say which vehicle you want to replace. So what he should do now is go and take over from the hospital, or the prison, sorry, not hospital. So what he should do is pick up some meat, and then you should go and park in there like that. So he takes over from that ZIL delivery truck there. Now while we're here, I just want to see what right, I want this bit built through to there, because again, one of the more tedious elements of the game is actually doing this. I think what I will do is do that as well, and make sure you pick up these unfinished roads. I'm trying hard not to actually overload them too much. Ideally I would like, if possible, to kind of sneak through there as well and make that link there. I think 3 should be enough. Okay, yeah, he's picked that up immediately. Now another area, I think I've done most of this area. I'm kind of still trying to patch through this section here. Oh well, we've got a bit of road that needs to be demolished. Get rid of you. And ideally what I would like to do is do this bit of road here. It's going to cause a little bit of disruption, but this is a little bit of a choke point here, and I'd like to get this actually kind of upgraded. And of course we've also got this bit to do, traffic jam. Yeah, where are you? Ah, now we got a problem, I think. Oh no, he's just a service vehicle. But it's these type of things that can cause a lot of problems. This is one of the reasons why when you're planning a distribution system, don't ever plan for the ideal. Always go for overcapacity to deal with that type of situation, where so that otherwise what will happen is that if that repair took too long, this would empty, and then what will happen is the supplies would drop down across the map, and then it would take a lot of running around and time for things to actually connect. Let me just see here. Yeah, we've got plenty of fertilizer here. Right, next thing I'd like to do, this is going to be tricky. Do we need that road built? This area here, I've got absolutely no idea what's going on here, but I put that orchard back in, I think in the last part, and it just didn't work. There's something in this area where the game seems to think that there's something wrong in this area, so we're just going to abandon that. I'm going to clear this area out and see if we can get anything building fire. Oh, we got fire. Where are you? Oh wow, this could be an issue. No, it's not. Yeah, thank you, game. Right, let me just get back to here. I'm kind of looking for ways that I can improve the road here in this area. It'd be nice. Oh, look at that, we got a connection there. I want to do that. How many? What are you? How many jobs have you got? Yep, it's being picked up. So I don't want to push this one too much because I think he's already working on something else. Yep. Got a helicopter crew working out there. Now comes the fun bit. Again, it's a bit of a catch-22 situation because I don't need this built just at the moment, but in order to be able to build that track, I'm going to need to micromanage anything. Let's see how many jobs you've got. You've got 4. Where's all the trains? Yeah, right out here. Okay, we got an opportunity here. You stay there. I want you. Okay. Oops, no, sorry. I'm going to... Now, I can send the train out here. High priority. And then that first train here, which is blocked. You're on the way back. We're going to go Control H for you. Keep the game on pause for the moment. I need to find the... Right, I'm just going to follow this guy. Okay, train waiting too long again. Yeah, they're just waiting up there. They can sort themselves out over time. But what I want to do is just follow. Not that one, this one. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this train. Okay, here we are. We're just arriving at the track. Now the train's going to go in here, like it's doing now, and it's going to get stuck. But depending on how much it can actually, how far it gets in, because what it needs to do is get past this kind of crossroads connection here. If he can get past that, he won't be able to get back because he won't have enough supplies to build the return track. But if he can build all the way in here, if you come in like this, and it looks like he's going to make it actually, he still won't be able to, and what you'll see now, he will complain, and then what you do is just use, whoops, use the Control H to send there. And just to go back here, you can see he's now built all the track into here. And that job is now finished. But the next step we're going to do is actually build this bit. Just to show you that. So if we go back to Stilton, if I can find it. Again, to see if it's no. See, so they're now working back there. So what I'm going to do now is go down here, and what we should be able to do is, if I can find the come here, and we should be able to assign this bit here. And again, we're just going to make it maximum priority. Now this one has got the full electrification. What that will do, see, this has been built through here, so the train can come here, but he's got a bit of an issue turning round here. But if we build this bit out to here, what that will mean is that the train can come out here, come up to here, then go back the other way. And once we've made this link, which will take a couple of passes, so in theory what will happen is once we've made that connection, the train should be able to build the rest of all this in relatively easily. But, and it is a big but, we will need to allocate the jobs manually. The game won't auto detect. So we're going to kind of leave that there for the moment. In fact, we'll just get rid of the locomotive now. And I'm aware that I'm starting to run out of time. I just wanted to have a quick check to see if I've done everything that I wanted to do. On my list here, I was planning on actually starting work on a new town, but obviously we've run out of time on that video. So what we're going to do is just have a little bit more whiz round. I think we'll just have another quick look at, not that, come into here, entire map. Okay, we got an ammo fire engine, it's at 69%. It looks like he's now just been, yeah, he's on the way to the scrapyard. And of course it's cost us money to replace him. So that one is another one of our old vehicles. He's been automatically, this guy's 33 years old and he's got engine power. Okay, where are you? Sometimes it just pays. Right, I'm just going to let him, materials delivery. He's actually loading stuff up, so I'm just going to tag him. And I'm just going to follow him. Sometimes you just need to follow them a bit. Just see where he's going. He's going to building supplies. Building on fire. Okay, thank you, game. See where he's actually going. We do need to kind of upgrade some of these roads as well. Because again, you can see the fact that this guy's down to 60 kilometers an hour, which means that this isn't exactly that efficient. So we do need to see if we can improve the efficiency of this area. By, I mean, ideally, oh, he's only going to there anyway. So right, materials delivery. Just hook you out there. Just going to let him unload. Time for you to go. You do need to make sure that you've got the delivery open, and we will send you to there. And what you will see is down here in this area here, this is now doing, so what we can do is manually, we need open hole capacity, we'll use the MZ 504. Actually, that SKD, let me just look at the open hole list. SKD 706. Oops, game's just paused. I think what I need to do now, we can't use Western vehicles yet. We've got an open hole here, the LZ 700. I quite like that actually. This is 13 tons, 88. This is 92. I think at the moment we'll stick with the MZ 504s. That's an MZ 504. We'll replace you with the. This is something you do need to remember to do, is to actually kind of upgrade your vehicle replacements over time as the game moves forward. Again, it's particularly important when you are playing an early game, because it's otherwise what happens is you can end up replacing really old vehicles for rubbish. You're 80, so you're not too bad. You're the MZ504, the JE. We've got a gas here. What is the capacity? Sometimes you need to check the actual capacity of what you're shipping. I think we can. That's got. We got 6 of these. I think we'll replace you with this one, because that increases the capacity slightly while actually not committing completely to doing stuff. Okay, and of course we got a page 2 game where we'll use the yeah, we use the MZ504, and then we got this one here. What are you? You're moving about 3 tons, so getting capacity. The other thing I will draw your attention to, that I'm not using workshop vehicles now, because I'm trying to standardize what I'm actually replacing. Like this one here, we got a single truck here with 3 tons, and we got a gas here. Work, put you in there. I'm still trying to kind of match them with like for like at the moment. What we got here? We got a single truck here. This is a 3-ton truck. Again, I think we'll use that one. Actually, I'm going to find this guy. I think it. Yeah, you're not being used, so I think what we will do is we'll actually just get rid of you. You can see he's a pretty ancient. These aren't most massively oversubscribed, so I think what we'll do is just replace you with something open hole. That's a bit too small. Actually, we'll use this W50 open hole. This will be around until 1990, so we'll just get rid of that one there. And I think just as a final kind of check, is what you can do is flip through very quickly and just see if you can. Yeah, we got rid of all our old buses now. The concrete mixers. Okay, we got a T38 concrete mixer here. That needs to be replaced. What we got here? We got a ZIL 133. We'll replace you. I think we're standardized on the ZIL 133 at the moment with that concrete mixer. Covered holes, you've still got 4 in storage. Now let's see. Got page 3 there. Where are you? You're carrying chemicals. You got a ZIL. Where are you? Okay, I think it's time to replace you. Where are you? You're in here. Repair control. So what I'm trying to do here at the moment is kind of make my life a little bit easier. This is repair control. It doesn't really. So we're going to use the IFL W50 covered hole here. I think we'll put 2 of those in there. Actually, it looks like repair control is a little bit kind of dated. What we got here? Yeah, we got some antiques in here. I think it'd be easier just to replace these because these are going to be quite slow. Oh no, I don't know. You're 80, and although you're 34 years old, have we got anything that's really slow and chuggy in here? Yeah, yeah, you can go. Go that way. How about you? You're a 60. You can go as well. And I think what we'll do is we'll just replace it with 1 at the moment, 2. Because and what that should do is kind of get rid of those trucks. And so, because the idea is that eventually we will get these reduced down to a kind of an area. 3 pages. Wow, we've got an R3 here, 45. Where on earth is that? Okay. This is a... Well, you definitely got to go. You're not even reaching the minimum road speeds required here. Again, we're just standardize the truck with the... Because what these are doing is just moving things. It says train waiting too long. Okay, we've got a traffic jam here. We'll send you back to... Yeah, causing a little bit of chaos here. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.